for you now to, as quickly as possible, fashion what you are going to offer to the public as a mechanism for public participation that meets constitutional threshold as set out in Article 10, and also as regards procurement, because there's a constitutional standard also set out, and the court dwelt with that in extenso, saying in what shape and form that public participation should be fashioned in order to achieve transparency and cost competitiveness and fairness. That is all there in the judgment. So I would plead with you, because time is short, and we don't want to engage you in a talk shop. I think if this is a consultation, then out of this consultation you should fashion then what is going to be that form of public participation. And I think there's legal precedent already. There are some institutions already who have developed how they undertake public participation. But on our part, because we didn't know what was the agenda for this meeting or what was going to come out of this meeting, we prepared some 2 documents. One on this issue of ballot papers and the election transmission forms for presidential elections for your consideration, and that we can have an engagement on the basis of what we're going to give you. And I don't think we have a time to circulate it and begin to discuss it now. The second one was on the issue of the register, which is a component of what you are required to do under Section 44 of the Elections Act. Those 2 documents I'll hand over to you. And finally, we hope that you are going to be able to deal with this matter as quickly as possible, so that we can give you ideas within the law. We don't want to go outside the law. And by the way, people should not be condemned for going to the courts. That's just as we cannot be condemned to come to your office. We come to your offices when we think, is the appropriate thing to do. We also go to court when we think it is appropriate, because these are constitutional organs with powers delegated by the people. And where necessary, where you think Parliament should be able to address the questions we raise, we go to the legislature. So I think and I hope that people are not going to be condemned for going to the courts or going to the IEBC, because these are public institutions which are established under the Constitution. And therefore, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner, there are these 2 letters that I would want to hand over to you for your consideration. If you have any question from what I've said, I'm prepared to answer those questions.
All right, thank you. You have said people should not be condemned for going to court. IEBC should not be condemned for going to court, by extension. Anyway, there was another comment here.
My colleague, Senator Rengo, my friend, has presented to you 2 documents. One, he alluded to the fact that it goes to the substance on what you need to do insofar as the judgment is concerned. In the interest of, on the other one, he talks about a totally different subject matter, although it is within your mandate, which is the register. But I thought, Senator Rengo, considering that you prepared this document for this meeting, and it is at the crux of the matter that is before us, you would have highlighted what it is for purpose of transparency and accountability, so that you can put all the cards on the table like we did, there is nothing we put under the table. A summary of it, because it's for the subject matter we're here, would have been more plausible and acceptable to each one of us so that we know the basis under which that has been tabled, and the other one is neither here nor there.
Senator Orengo, do you wish to highlight, maybe summarize at least the paper on the electoral process? I know the letter is addressed to the chair IEBC, but since it's touching on the matters before us, maybe you can just summarize as much as
I'm praying that we don't take this into a talking shop.
Okay.
That is for your consideration. If you think it should be shared by those who have come here, you can share it with them. But I think the way we came here, we didn't know what the subject was going to be. So we said we'll use the occasion to hand over these letters to you. In fact, our position was that we were going to listen to you and then take time out and come back to you so that we don't keep on talking at each other without substance and content, which I think is what you should be concerned more about.
All right, thank you. Yeah. Do we have another comment?
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to, I'm more concerned about the process efficiency. I see there is no objections about the August 8th elections taking place. In other words, everybody agrees that we need to have an election on August 8th. The Kenyan people expect that and nothing less. And so there are things that we agree on. Tendering